feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for banners. Be cooling out in the whip, and I done near every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just want to make enough to pay dividends, then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Shorty.
They go play action here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on first. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because So often you hear about defenses saying, we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
A dump underneath to Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
82-40.
Wins to throw again. This one complete to Christian Kirk. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now Wentz. Left side here. That's complete to Godwin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the red zone now, Wentz. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Ronald Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point attempt to come here. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple. Yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Hurry up,
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now back to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up second down. On play action, it's Wentz. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Ram. 82. Go.
On play action, Wentz. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Wentz now on first down. His throw incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wentz now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Gone.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pick up there at 20 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like you heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. 120. Great.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. The 20. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Come on. Great. Great 15. Lion. Great.
Into the red zone, Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll stop him at the 1-yard line, but small consolation there following the turnover. He let one slip away last week. As well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. It's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And it's second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gun, 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 gun. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. He got 29 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Switch. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. 56, check 56. Gun, 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 gun.
56, Mike, 56. Back to throw now on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. Back to throw here. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Detroit!
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one is incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. In for the score. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Will Lutz on for the point after. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ram. 81.
Wentz now on 1st down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
82.
On 1st down, Wentz. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Go. 120.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Wentz. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. With man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end. We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long because, remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. Given 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Oh. Go.
On play action, Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there just before halftime. 63 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. Now Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. That will get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along.
Now let's go. 3-19. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bishop. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Back to 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and now it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. They find some open field here. Thomas, the intended target. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll go again to Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson, pushing through the contact. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now a play fake. Wentz. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. That's to his running back, complete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory. Now we'll see what transpires. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Buccaneers have it. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Here we go. Waiting. Hey, stack.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Looking downfield for Godwin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Blue 90. Detroit.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Bishop. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bishop. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Gun!
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun.
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Bishop. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The result, a first down as a quick slant gets him 14.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. That's caught. It's Thomas. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They're going to look to throw. The quick slant caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Gun, 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 gun. Gun, 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 gun.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a...
And Wentz will not be able to get rid of it. He's taken down for a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Back down to that Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Ken Crawley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. In their own territory, they look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Leopard! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Looking to throw. Throw left side taken in by Meredith. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw. That's caught at the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
He's back to throw. Flush to his right. This will be caught inside the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Now, he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Gone! 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 Gone!
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith with 9 seconds remaining. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to try and run. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Go, go. 120. Go, go.
One final try now for Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for New Orleans, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.